Hello friends, today we are going to make a fancy sun. Okay, so just using lines. So let's see what are the supplies that we need. We need markers, we need paper, we need a pencil, we need something to draw a circle with. I have like different lids. Let's see which one will be the right size. Okay, so I have 3 different sizes. You just need one. Okay, and a paper, and this is for practice drawing the different sun. The paper, we are only using half the paper. Okay, so I'm going to fold the paper in half like a book. I'm going to press it down when both the sides match. Make a nice crease. You can use your scissors and cut it, or if the crease is very nice like that, so you can open it and then cut on the line. Or this, I'm doing this because I have practice. Okay, if you try to rip like I'm doing, it may rip like uneven. So now let's first let me show you different ways you can draw sun, because sun is what we are drawing. Okay, so maybe I'll just draw small suns on this one so you can see. First we will all start with a circle, right? Then you can draw curvy lines like this. Okay, and then you can connect these lines like that. So there is this curvy line, draw a straight line. Can you see? So it's like C. Let me show you one more time. So start with a circle, okay, and then you're making C's. So if you want, you can turn the paper or the whiteboard or the scrap paper. Okay, maybe you can make more in between. Okay, then you're going to draw straight lines downwards like that. So you have one type of sun here. Okay, now let me show you. Maybe I'll erase each time. Another type is circle, V, upside down V, like this. Okay, and then in between. This is another way you can draw a sun. Okay, so the third way you can do is like that, and then over here you're making a U. It's not touching the circle. Another U touching the first U, like that. Can you see how we did that? Yeah. So next, circle, rectangles. So I put one up, one down, one on the right, one on the left, then in between. Okay, so that is another way. Now maybe I'll show you guys one more and then we'll start with the lesson. Okay, so like that, and then you can make like a drop, right? So how do we make the drop like thing? So it is like upside down U and then connect with a V. On the side it will look like a C and then side a V. So we have another type of sun, right? So I think this many suns, like different suns is enough, right? I've already shown so many. So you choose one from that, okay? Then what we are going to do next is inside each shape, the sun has like the sun, the round, the circle in the middle, and then there is the rays around, right? So inside that, what we're going to do is inside each section, we are going to fill it with a pattern. What is a pattern? You guys would be knowing what a pattern is. Pattern. A pattern, when we use lines or shapes or colors, like in repetition, you get pattern. Okay, so if you see, I'm using lines like this. I'm repeating the same thing, and then I get a pattern using just lines. If I'm using shapes, I can get a pattern just using shapes also. Okay. I can get a pattern using colors in a repetitive form, maybe red and then blue, or red and blue again and again, then again you can get a pattern. But today what we are going to do is we are only using lines and shapes to create the pattern. Okay, so let's get to the lesson. Let's draw the sun. So for this one, I'm going to use this size circle, because I need a big circle to, this has like so much of space on all the sides, right? So let me show you how we are going to draw. We are going to trace the circle first. Okay, and then we are going to divide the circle into smaller circles. So I'm going to start from the middle, small one. Okay, this we are going to do freehand. Okay, and then we are going to draw the rays. So whatever rays, style of rays that you want to make, you are going to draw that. So whatever style you liked. So practice doing that, and then inside each of this you are going to make a pattern, different pattern in this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, like that. Okay, so draw your favorite sun that you liked. Okay, and then if you want, you can practice some patterns before we move on to the lesson. So maybe I'll show you a few patterns that I'm going to do. Then you guys can, maybe you can copy one or two patterns from what I've showed, but then you are going to make your own patterns also and put it in the inside the sun. Okay, so now let's practice draw some patterns before we start drawing the sun. So I'm going to draw two lines like this. You can do it on your scrap paper or on your whiteboard. So two lines downwards, two lines like the horizontal lines also. Okay, I will show you a few patterns. You can pick a few patterns from what I show, or and you can create some of your own when we are adding the patterns inside the sun. But if you want, you can make all the patterns by yourself. You don't even have to take a look at my patterns. I just wanted you guys to have some samples. Okay, so patterns, as I said before, can be made with just lines or with shape or using colors or a combination of all these three things. Here today we are just using lines to make a lines and shapes to make a pattern. Okay, so I'm going to start from here. The first one, I'm going to make it very simple, because if it is a very complicated pattern, it's going to take us the whole day to sit and finish this. So something that can be done easily and nicely. So this is one pattern. Next one, maybe I'll use shapes to make the pattern with. Maybe it is hearts going in different direction. Okay, now should we make maybe another shape? Maybe a line this time. Maybe to make it more fancy, I'm making a pattern. So one is without lines, the next is with lines inside. Okay, now maybe another shape. What shape is this? Okay, and what else? Maybe loopy lines. Then what can I come up with? Okay, you can just make me lines. Let me see the lines that I'm making. Should I go for another type of line? Okay, then here maybe just spirals. So here are some of the samples. Okay, so it's up to you. If you want to use some of this, you can go ahead and use. Maybe I'll use some of this, or maybe I will come up with some new ones when I am doing it on the sun. Okay, so I just wanted you guys to have a few lines. Okay, so while I was doing this, I hope you guys were making your own patterns inside this. And now if you want to check the patterns, you can come back and then see the patterns that I made. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the paper. I'm going to make the sun. This will be too big of a circle for the sun. Maybe this would be the best, I guess. Let me see which, if I have another one. This one, will this work? Let me see. Maybe this one would be a good one, because yeah, otherwise the rays on this. So I'm going to leave at least 2 finger space on either side. Okay, I'm going to so what you guys are going to do is you can draw this first with a pencil, and then you can go over all the lines with the marker. So maybe first the shape of the sun with the pencil. The patterns you're going to make with the marker itself. Otherwise, it's going to be it's going to take a lot of work. So, and you can use any marker in this. I'm going to use the black marker. It's already here. So you can use black, purple, anything that is dark. Yellow won't show that well. I know some of you would love yellow, but don't use yellow or the light colors in here. Use either blue, black, red, or purple. Okay, so those are the colors that we are going to use. What did I say? Red, purple, green, blue, or black. Okay, so if you want to first outline with the pencil, you're welcome to do that. If you think you can do it with the marker, you can do that also. I think I'm going to do with the marker. Okay, I'm trying to find the middle of the paper. See that there is equal space. Maybe you can put your fingers on either side and see. Okay, this has 4 finger space on this side, 4 finger space on this side. Maybe move a little bit. Yeah, I think that's the middle. And I'm going to trace this. Okay, so when you're tracing, see that you press this down so that it doesn't move much. Okay, after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a circle in the middle. You're going to do this freehand. Okay, it doesn't have to be the exact middle. I'm going to make another circle. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, maybe one more circle. Is the sound of the marker bothering you? I'm sorry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the rays. So we decided, you guys, I hope you guys have decided on what type of rays you are going to draw, because remember from the beginning of the lesson when I showed you different ways you can draw the rays. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this one, because there isn't much space. So the best thing would be to start from the one up, one on the top, one on the bottom, one on the right, one on the left, like a plus. Can you see? And then go do one in between these two, one in between these two, one in between these two. I'm going to make these rays a little bit more bigger, so I'm going to draw another line around it. Okay, so some part of the rays will be cut off. That is fine. My sun is looking more like a sunflower. That's okay. Maybe that's what I wanted. Okay, so we have the rays. I have the rays. I hope you guys also have your rays done. Maybe here this is a little bit too thin. Okay, so now what we're going to do is inside each of the section you are going to put a different pattern. Okay, if you want, you can first watch what I'm doing, and then you will get an idea how that is done, and then you can go ahead and do it on your paper. Okay, I'm going to put a smaller circle inside. So by now you should be using your marker. Okay, if you have made all these lines with the pencil first, now we are going to take your Crayola markers, not the crayons, the markers, the colors that I showed you. Take that and then go through all the lines that you have on the paper, and then maybe now watch what I'm going to do on my paper how I'm making the pattern, and then you will get an idea. I'm just using lines or shapes right now. Maybe inside, maybe I'll use lines now here. So I'm trying to turn my paper when I'm making these lines. Okay, now I'm going to make another type of line here. So you guys don't have to make the lines, okay? If you want to put a shape in there, you guys can put in a shape there. I decided to put a line. Okay, the next one, maybe I'm going to use another line. Whatever line, whatever shape you want to put there, you can put. If you want to put hearts there, go ahead, put hearts there. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a heart. Talking about the heart, inside each of this, I'm going to put a heart. I'm turning the paper so that it's easy for me to. And this heart, I'm going to make it dark. I'm going to fill it in with black. Whatever color you're using, you can make it dark or light. Okay, now here, maybe what type of line did I use? Maybe I'll make circles touching. Can you see how I did that? I made another shape inside the section. So you guys would be, some of you have sons this way, right? You could have made the race like that. So this way you can put different pattern inside this, and outside you can put another pattern. If you made the race like this, again you can see how I'm again making it into sections, and inside these you can make another pattern. Got it? Okay, I forgot to tell that to you guys. So I'm going to So now I think you get an idea how this is done. You can start working on your sun, and then in between you can take a look at what I'm doing. Okay, so start working on your sun, whatever shape you have used for the rays. Make another shape inside or outside so that there is more sections, and then you're going to create more patterns. I'm going to make some of the shapes dark. I'm going to fill in the shape so that it looks nice. If you want to add some shape in between the rays, like what I'm doing right now, I'm going to put like a you can do that also. So today we are not using any color, just the paper and one type of marker, and then you're going to make this. So what else? And all these spaces, the white areas, I'm going to make it look full by adding some dots there, because I don't want the paper to be left. So when I'm making the dots, see that I'm holding the pen straight down and I'm dotting very lightly. I'm not doing this. What will happen if you do that is the this part will go inside and then you won't be able to use it. So I'm just holding it lightly straight down and then making dots. To make it look like it is a one complete project. Otherwise it will look like, oh, this person started. I don't like leaving the art without finishing, because I feel like whoever is looking at it will feel like, oh, maybe this person is going to come back and finish this at some time because this doesn't look complete. So that's the reason. You can add more details. Should I color this whole thing black? Maybe that will look good. I'm trying filling in some areas with the marker. So to make it, so it's like I'm using the color that is black and I've used lines on shapes to create this pattern. So these are the only three things that we have used to create the pattern. I thought of doing sun with all the classes because I thought the summer is going to end and we need one last lesson before the summer is over, so that maybe we'll have sun for all the classes. That's why this line lesson with sun came up. So You can keep on adding lines to this and keep on doing things. But I think I'm happy with how it looks right now. So I'm going to stop here. Okay. And then what you guys are going to do, like always, is you're going to write your name, put your grade level and your class, and then you're going to email me in the email ID that I'm going to put at the end. So till we meet next week, bye bye.